Everybody has an eye on Zion.
Hayes, he's checked in for the Pelicans. Reddick comes in for Eric Bledsoe. Now, here's Washington. Rozier for three. Great D that time. From Reddick.
Close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time. And talk about playing small. Last year, Charlotte had Rozier and Devontae Graham on the floor together for much of the time. Both players right around 6'1". But you know what? They held their own.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Zion Williamson.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
And, of course, Rozier played a fair amount of off guard before he came to Charlotte.
And Kevin, back in Boston, he learned how to move without the ball, where to spot up. And those may have been hard lessons early on, but the development paid off. Rozier's become a much more versatile talent.
Just to make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Oh, I love that dish down low.
Here's Ball. Here's Hayes. And it's blocked. And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Zeller. A fantastic mobile one block. This one deserves another look.
And you can see the mindset he has. When the game's this close, he's going to bring it at that end of the floor.
And the Hornets making a change here. Bridges checks in. And the dunk by Williamson.
Well, I like it when he goes vertical, but I like it about Zion giving up.
Hornets trail by 4. Rozier for 3. Zion Williamson grabs the miss. For New Orleans, they've gone 7 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. And finished off by...
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. And it's out of bounds to the Hornets as Charlotte retains possession. The kick out to Rozier.
Give him a little credit. Take some guts to keep shooting if you're struggling this bad. It's getting a little bit ugly.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Well, the defense has to do a better job, but when Brandon Ingram is on the break, those strides, man, he takes up a lot of ground.
By Williamson.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Yeah, the bully ball tonight has paid dividends. Highly effective down there with the physical play.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
Outside Ball. Here's Hayes, and Hayes throws it down.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And the Pelicans have been rolling right along, haven't they?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
I couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
Redick and Ingram fill out the perimeter. Williamson out there with Hayes. That's the Pelicans 5 as we get into the second quarter. And that one's good. Williamson.
They are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And so Graham will bring it up for the Hornets. 11-point game. They'll be playing host to Chicago for their next game. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. And the shot goes in.
This is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
Kind of get a team defensively on their heels, and if you can keep pushing and keep attacking, they'd never find some kind of defensive balance to help slow you down.
Nelly is checked in for Williamson. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
That's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game. Because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
Oh, he'd be brilliant, and
yeah.
Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great human being.
And then Washington with the dunk.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. The shot's good from Hayes.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Now here's Graham. Not a lot of room. And it's Washington missing.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And the 3-ball is good. Redick's got his first 3 points of the game.
The defense had better put J.J. Redick on a leash and trail him around. He's ready to fire as soon as he gets that ball.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Graham defending. Out to Ingram. Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession. And as we check out this year's contenders for the dunk contest, we get a look at some of the showmen, the best showmen in the NBA.
And with the names on that list, you know we're going to have a crazy competition this year.
And you look at Ball. Some might say he's a long shot at this point, but you never know.
Hey, stranger things have happened, and we'll just have to wait and see.
So there you go. And it's shaping up to be a fantastic competition. We'll keep you updated on the voting.
No doubt it's going to be a good one, Kevin. We've got players on that list who'll do things that you didn't even think were possible.
And slam dunk by Ingram.
Sweet finish on the alley-oop. Ingram extending that time to throw it down.
Hornets trail by 19.
And last year on draft night, it was Hayes who rocked that Sideshow Bob necklace with 1,000 stones, and his nickname, Sideshow Jax.
Well, I love the nickname, but I love the potential of what it is that Jackson Hayes can bring to a ball club that needs a center to be able to run up and down and play at pace and play above the rim.
So both teams making some changes here. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Ball with a wide open look. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Hart the pass to Hayes. Ball against Graham. Out to the right wing. 6 to shoot. Stolen by Washington. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Now, we have seen continued growth with the NBA's affiliated leagues the last few years. Think about the explosion in popularity of the WNBA, the Basketball Africa League, expansion of the 2K League, greater pay in the WNBA, and the G League pathway, along with the unionization of G League players. The league continues to show its commitment to expanding opportunities on multiple levels. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David. Stolen by Ball. Goes up, and Ball slams it in.
Lonzo's instincts on the defensive end paying off there, just able to stay long and get that steal to start the break.
Hornets trail by 21. Picked him clean. Here's Hart. No good from outside. Charlotte's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. The Hornets have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. That's good from Ball. And the Pelicans making a change here. Alexander Walker's checked in. He makes 1 of 2 that time. New Orleans leading by 20. Inside. And he bangs it home with one hand.
And a long windup and strong follow through on the one-hand jam.
Yeah, he's not going to mess that one up. Graham with the ball. The Hornets have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point.
And a season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
And that one falls for Graham. And so he hits both.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
Alexander Walker passes to Melly. A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. And so it's Hayward with it. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. Pass the ball. Hayward outside. Offline with his 3. Last game in New Orleans, they picked up the win against the Raptors.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
Yeah, and watching that, all kinds of contributions and just little things that guys were doing to chip in for that win.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Bridges with the steal.
This is one where the second foul is probably going to cost you some minutes in this game.
The Hornets shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. And the first one at the line is good.
Yeah, and the confidence Bridges plays with, really admirable. This guy knows he has the talent to compete in the NBA.
Both free throws good from Bridges. We got 33 seconds left to play here in the half. Down low. Stolen by Washington. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Ball's running. We've got 22 seconds left here in the second. Alexander Walker passes to Hayes. Shoots. Pelicans keep it alive. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. The Pelicans have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one.
Definitely an area where they can improve. Only 73% as a team from the line last year.
Hayes hits them both. Here's Graham. Jacks up a 3. And that one released in time, but no good. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Pelicans on top, running away with this one. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from New Orleans.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Zion Williamson was on fire in the first half. He had 18 points and 2 rebounds. And that...
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. You look at Zion Williamson, guys. In this game, he has been everywhere.
And the way he goes at defenders, he is bound to get to the line just like he did there in that first half.
Yeah, almost inviting contact, that attack mentality on full display.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the floor for Charlotte, Washington and Zeller are in the middle. Terry Rozier is out there with ball, and it's Hayward in at the 3 side. It's tipped and stolen by Zeller. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Here's Washington, and then Washington with the dunk.
Good job getting the ball and completing that play.
The defense producing easy looks. It just helps you conserve some energy for late in the game.
Here's Hart. Hayes trying to break free. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Ball dishes to Hayward. And Zeller kicks to Hayward. It's over Ingram. Offensive rebound. Zeller. Ingram comes with the double team. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. We have got to see that sensational mobile one block again.
And those are plays that get you in front and keep you in front.
So it's the Hornets now. Washington passes the ball. He dishes it to Zeller. 5 to shoot. For 3, Hayward. Rebounded by Hart.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead. And one of the more unsung players included in the Anthony Davis trade, Josh Hart just continues to impress when given the opportunity.
A very much high character, hard-working player, and a lot more substance to his game. I also think it's interesting that in that deal, he came along with Lonzo Ball. So the two of them together accepting this new opportunity within the same roles for a new team.
The pass to Hayward. Got a hand on it.
With him struggling tonight, they need to find some other options out there to keep themselves in the game.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
And how about that? Coming out to start the half, a perfect 3 of 3.
The Pelicans have been at their finest form at the free throw line tonight. 8 attempts, 8 makes. Looking who's out there now for the Pelicans. Zion Williamson's checked in for Jackson Hayes. Reddick comes in for Ingram. And it's Lonzo Ball in for Josh Hart. And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for the Hornets. Stolen by Bledsoe. And the jam by Bledsoe.
Yeah, letting it rip. We're just having fun right now.
Yeah, some of these nights you got to enjoy yourself. Not too much at the expense of the other team, but right now this team is balling.
And Zeller kicks to Rozier. Teardrop shot. Pass to Washington. Zeller inside. And finally they hit one.
Such a big part of what he does for this team. Just work and work on the boards, generate second chance opportunities, and hopefully convert.
Ball feeling it out a bit. Here's Williamson. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Williamson's got 20.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint. +8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Stolen by Ball. Greg, you were drafted 12th overall by the New York Knicks and then 2nd overall by the Grizzlies in the expansion trade. So you've had a very unique view of being in that position in 2 different settings.
Yeah, I mean, 2 very different cities, but really each beautiful in its own way. the New York draft, obviously coming out of college, that was like a dream come true to go and play for Pat Riley and then get the opportunity to go and be a part of a brand new team in a new country, if you will, was also a really cool experience as well.
I hope we can take a petition started by you and me to get the NBA back in Vancouver. I miss
and
going
Seattle,
to
right? Let's get back in both those cities.
Exactly. New Orleans making a switch here. Adams checked in. The Hornets also with the sub. Biombo's checked in. And some changes here for the Hornets. Bridges comes in for Gordon Hayward. And Devontae Graham subbed in for Ball. Here's Rozier. That shot off. And it's the Pelicans taking it the other way.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Graham against Bledsoe. And the foul on Eric Bledsoe. That's foul number 2 for him. Rozier against Ball. And it's Rozier that time on the assist by Zeller.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
Here's the lob to Adams. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Sometimes you raise your eyebrows at the things Steven Adams does athletically at his size. Almost impossible to stop him once he's at the rim.
Graham surveying the floor. Good on the triple. Graham's got 8 points.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open 3 when he's got it.
Pass to Williamson. Basket good.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Greg, hard to think of a player in this league with more of a pass-first mentality than Lonzo Ball.
I mean, total unselfishness, elite vision. Sometimes you'd like to see him penetrate a little more in the half court, but he's improving from range, and that'll open up driving lanes, and he can take advantage.
On the free throw, no good.
And there was so much hoopla around Ball when he first entered the league. But lately, a lot of that seems to have died down.
I feel like it's settling in, and the change of scenery for Lonzo Ball after being number 2 and being in Los Angeles and being home. Maybe being away has been the best thing for him to start to focus on the task at hand.
And he gets the bucket.
And some pinball action out there as defenders just bouncing off of Williamson on that play.
Pass to Bridges. Back to Graham. Dish now to Zeller. There's the pass to Rozier. Lets it go. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Ball finds Adams. Hammers the alley-oop through.
You see right there, that is why everybody is still very high on Lonzo Ball. Has a sixth sense for when to dish it.
Rozier against Ball. Passes it to Bridges. Now Graham. There's 25 seconds left to play here in the third, and he comes up with the deuce.
All the way to the bucket, no resistance, just swipe the candy from it.
Here's Williamson. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And we could get used to seeing a lot of highlights just like that. Zion's power and body control leading the points.
He shot well from the line tonight, going 4 for 5. That free throw good from Williamson. 15 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Graham from outside. Drills it from outside. Graham's got 8 points in the quarter. Now Ball. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so, guys, it's Zion Williamson making things happen for New Orleans. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Steven Adams is out there with Hernan Gomez. Then it's Ball, and it's Hart in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Here's the floater, and Adams sends it back.
Well, he can be intimidating. Steven Adams, such a big frame down there, and great timing on that block.
Pass to Hernan Gomez. We know the NBA is looking to get rid of the one-and-done rule pretty soon. Adam Silver, Greg, saying he thinks the league can create a better system. Do you think so?
I think they can create a better system for some. I think the growth of the G League, no doubt, is instrumental in that new system. Now these young rookies can get the playing time in lower tier pro games as they continue to develop. But I think still the collegiate game plays a significant role. The experience of going to college, even for a year, can be invaluable.
There are pros both ways, college or the G League. Agreed?
I do. I'm just glad it's not a one-size-fits-all proposition. Now you have the option. Not every kid wants to go to college and have that experience.
They get it again. Adams' shot is good.
Yeah, they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Now here's Graham. Tight defense on him. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Just good at drawing fouls. Bridges plays well in traffic and through the contact.
First free throw is good. New Orleans making a switch here. Alexander Walker's checked in. And a switch here also for Charlotte. Monk's checked in. Both free throws good from Bridges. New Orleans gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. Hernan Gomez. That one a little long.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
It's stolen by Hernan Gomez. Here's the lob to Adams, and Adams with the slam.
Steven Adams just does not need the ball to be effective out there on the floor. But when he does shoot, he's an extremely high percentage shooter.
The Hornets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Pass to Biyombo. Now, here's Monk. Defense right on him. Greg, it's pretty typical for players of the past to talk about current players and say, they may have struggled had they played when I played. What do you think of that line of thinking?
You know, I just don't agree with that. And I think we all do that. We all feel like our era was the best. I had the same thoughts being passed my way when I first came into the league.
I'm sure.
The reality is these guys work just as hard as guys worked back in our era. They just have more understanding of what their value is. And in a lot of ways, they've got more courage to speak out because, you know, let's face it, they're more of a bullseye on their back in today's era with social media than we've ever seen before.
That is true.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
New Orleans has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. To the wing right side. Power down with both hands.
You hear that sound? That's the flushing of the toilet right there.
Greg, a fierce two-hander. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Melly is checked in for the Pelicans. Monk, no one around him. Again, the Hornets score.
And Monk's just got a good feel for kind of how to exploit the defense, especially about how quickly he gets his shot off after getting the pass.
Here's Hernan Gomez. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
And I'll bet his percentage is pretty high from that range.
The Hornets have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Greg, we're seeing the game evolve. We're seeing more and more big men displaying perimeter skills. Do you like that, or is there a part of you that misses those days when it all played out inside the lane in a very condensed area?
Listen, Kev, I think the game has kind of evolved on from the impact that the bigs had on the interior, but not the impact that they're having on the game. The reality is the game just doesn't stand still. And now as a big, you've got to have far more versatility. You got to be able to play in space. And as a fan, I just find the game to be more appealing to watch with the freedom of movement, the flow, and more of the skill set being put on display.
I agree.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
Throws it up high. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Pelicans.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so with this, they end up with their second win on the year.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Zion Williamson.
Just does a great job of looking for space and then finding it. That's taking advantage of what the defense is giving you.
And there's the pass to Monk. Greg, you played against some terrific players, including the late, great Kobe Bryant. I'd love to hear your thoughts on playing against Kobe.
I mean, his passing is still tough, I'm sure, for many to deal with because he was just taken from us at such a young age. But this guy was a ferocious competitor and someone who showed us in life and in tragedy that you need to make the most of every moment that we have here. You know, I just appreciated to really the fans getting to know Kobe once his career was over, because I think he was able to let his guard down a little bit and show us a lighter side, a more compassionate side.
That is an excellent point. That's a 2 from Martin, but he stays with it. And another shot. Monk's shot's good.
And one of the more underrated elements of his game. This is a guy that's always in control. Love seeing him finish even with the contact.
And again, no good by New Orleans. So we see the Pelicans taking the W here, and the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Eric Bledsoe. Eric, a strong performance tonight. What's been the difference?
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And we'll see you next time.
Money on me, wasn't on the scene. Ball made bucks, look like a king with him. I remember when I ain't had no bread in my account. Now it's like I don't know, it's kind of the amount. Got a crib, got a view with a pool. Like Ferrari and a can without a roof. All this money always on me like it's blue. Money always on me like it's tattoo. I was always in the kitchen like a spoon. Always broke, but if we was cool. Been a real to the womb. I don't even fit a cent, I don't even fit a pair. And I think I need a bigger chain, call it 28 and tell him I need everything. So I like the energy. I can make. If you ain't with the, you an enemy. I got blue cheese with the stuff that my Mike and Mary Jane. Money on me, buzzing on the scene. It's a bar made belt, it look like a king with a. I remember where I had no bread in my account. Now it's like I don't know, it's kind of the amount. Got a crib, got a view with a pool. Like Ferrari and a can without a roof. All this money always on me like it's glue. Money always on me like a tattoo. I was always in the kitchen like a spoon. Always broke, but if we was cool. Been a real since the womb. But she had all rooms on the cool. I just came a long way from the stool. Eating that prime 112 in a suit. I remember times where I only had soup. Now this money coming in on blue. Spent 4 bands on 1 pair of shoes. And I put my on 2. Cause I'm a real on the truth. My wrist stay wetter than the tub. I be walking around looking like I'm a young in the club. Mad that it show love. Mad that it has money be doing too much. Red bottoms with my Mike and Mary Jane.
First, it's that boy Juan 9.
Money on me, buzzing on the scene. It's a bar made belt, it look like a king with a. I remember where I ain't had no bread in my account. Now it's like I don't know, it's kind of the amount. Got a crib, got a view with a pool. Like Ferrari and a can without a roof.
From the plains of Oklahoma, welcome high above downtown Oklahoma City. Greetings, everyone. You've got it live. Hey, Dave.
Kevin, thanks very much. The Wizards have struggled the last couple of years, so some people were surprised that Bradley Beal signed an extension.
Oh, I love that story. David, thank you. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Look at New Orleans. They've climbed all the way up to the 2nd spot.
And looking at the Wizards, they're moving in the wrong direction. The good news, though, it's still early in the season. A lot of games left to be played. Plenty of time to turn things around.
And now Washington's starting group. Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Russell Westbrook out there with Bradley Beal. And it's Avdia in at the 3. And for the Thunder, Trevor Ariza out there with Horford. Then it's George Hill. Then there's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Dort in at the small forward. Here's Avdia. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Greg, at the beginning of every season, we'd love to see players that have worked on something during the offseason that they now have added to their game in the new season.
No doubt about it, Kevin. You know, the work doesn't end when the season ends. If you're trying to improve your skill set, or if you're trying to just put on muscle, that kind of stuff needs to be done during the break. You need to have an assessment in the off right after the season. Hey, where can I get better? And then you spend the offseason on that challenge.
Season never really ends.
Let's remember, Westbrook is capable of triple-doubles because of this kind of passing. My goodness, that's pretty.
Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Westbrook picks him up. And the basket by Hill.
There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
Over to the wing. Here's Avdia. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz.
And if you had to point to one problem in that game, it was their rebounding. Flat out terrible.
Well, the numbers back up that assertion, no doubt about it. And sometimes it's about, hey, we've got to get on the glass and make sure they're feeling us all night long. They didn't do that.
Off target from three-point range. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. That one goes. Count it.
Well, outstanding anticipation. George Hill, fantastic knowing when to rise for the pull-up jumper.
Here's Westbrook, and it's sent back by Horford. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The big dunk at the end of the break.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
Here's Avdia. The Wizards with another miss.
Boy, against so little defensive pressure, you have to convert that.
And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. And again, it's Oklahoma City.
At 6'6", you can see shot ready. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, good use of the catch and shoot.
So timeout called here. The first for Washington. A couple years ago, after making all-rookie second team, we knew Gilgeous-Alexander was good. But, Greg, last season he went from good to great.
I mean, how about almost doubling his scoring average? Became a tremendous rebounder out of the backcourt. He gives you assists and picks up steals as well. Once he gains more strength, this guy could be a perennial all-star.
2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Offensive rebound. Avdia kicks to Bryant. Beal from long range. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. And here are the Thunder now. Big stretch here going 10-2. Oh, and the dunk by Ariza.
I've always appreciated the unselfish nature of George Hill. He always has his eyes surveying the floor.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And taking a look back at last year's number. He's about a 76% shooter.
And both free throws good for Westbrook.
What is absolutely mind-boggling to me about Russell Westbrook is how hard he goes every single night.
Now here is Hill. 6 points for him. Floats one up. Ariza. Avdia with the rebound.
Whoops. Got caught in between moves there on his way to the rack.
Hachimura, no good. And Thomas Bryant gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And Oklahoma City making a change here. Diallo's checked in. Davis Bertans checks in for Washington. And there's the whistle. That goes on Denny Avdia. That's his first foul. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first.
Boy, he'll usually knock it down if he's left that wide open. Just comes up empty.
From past the arc. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Avdia's got 6 points.
This is the area of greatest improvement in Mr. Bradley Beal's game. How about the growth in his passing? Wow.
Ariza passes to Horford. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
To the inside. Deflects the pass. Bertans kicks to Beal. Passes to Avdia. A three-pointer off the mark.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
And now Westbrook pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
You must respect the strength of Russell Westbrook. Boy, even when you foul him, he can still finish.
Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon.
Right.
But also guys like Sean Marion. You go back to Reggie Diaz, who was a tremendous player. And right now in the league, you got Kim Birch, dunk champ Derrick Jones, and an up-and-comer in Christian Wood.
Good mention. Now here's Beal. After the miss from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Avdia. The Wizards with another miss.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. Beal from long range. Ariza with the rebound. The Thunder leading by 3. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, the tremendous length at the guard spot that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander presents is a problem for a lot of defensive players.
Oklahoma City shooting their first free throws of the game.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
First one falls for him.
This guy, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, someone you can trust. An excellent free throw shooter, very willing to perform in the clutch, someone you love having.
Wizards trail by 5. Avdia with it. 6 points for him from 15 feet away. Almost, but it rolls out. The Thunder have gone 8 of 14 from the field in the first quarter. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
And that's his second foul already, and that's going to force him to tone down his aggression defensively.
The Thunder have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. That free throw, no good. Wizards making a switch here. Brown's checked in. Good on the second free throw. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Wizards. 6-point game. And another miss by Washington. Gilgeous-Alexander against Westbrook. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Horford. Here's George. Just 3 on the clock. Horford with the bucket, getting it done inside.
Well, there isn't a shot Al Horford cannot make, and on the interior, that's easy work for him.
And so it's Oklahoma City in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And when you consider how the Thunder are doing, guys, what do you think?
Well, they use the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
So on the floor for Washington. And in the backcourt, it's Smith and Beal. Troy Brown is out there with Davis Bertans. And it's Wagner in its center, locking down the middle. And here is Beal. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Mavericks in Dallas.
Well, you also have to credit the way he controlled the pace of the game and was able to create for his teammates.
Knocks down the 3 ball.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
And, you know, we often talk about Beal's skill set and his finesse. He can play a very physical game as well, Greg.
He doesn't have a choice. I mean, he had 4 brothers who all played football in college, so he kind of grew up around the physicality. And you can also tell Bill's taking his strength and conditioning seriously, especially after having the lower body injury issues earlier in his career.
Smith, no good.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Diallo kicks to Muscala. The shot from the low post is good. Muscala's got his second bucket.
That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
Back to Smith. Beal from long range. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Wizards will retain possession. Justin Jackson, he's checked in for Diallo. And the Wizards making a change here as well. Bonga's checked in. Taken away. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And the layup is good. And it's an 11-point Thunder lead.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Now, here's Wagner. He's covered by Muscala. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Now, in the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather take? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie?
Oof. Well,
wow.
I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. I'm going to agree.
The burst of speed from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Put it on the deck, get to the cup.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Oklahoma City leading by 11. Jackson has the open look. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in.
With repetition, you can see the court awareness of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander developing. This guy is going to be a problem as a passer.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And the dunk to finish it off. Beauty.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
And that one's good. Wagner.
Excellent concentration by Mo Wagner. And, boy, what touch from the big man.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Baisley. Boom, he chips it straight down.
Oh, reversed it home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display. Wizards trail by 16. Smith for 3. Rebound by Muscala.
You know, he might want to think about deferring for a while. He's had his chances this quarter, but just not able to convert.
And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for Washington. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks.
Well, when you're facing a team that's feeding off the crowd's energy, you have to bring your A game, and they didn't do that defensively.
One thing you know, Greg, is you've got to pack your defense in the suitcase if you're going to win on the road, and they simply did not bring it.
Hits the three-point bomb.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Here's Smith. And yes, it's good. Smith's got his first bucket of the night.
He seems to have just lost his touch. Only 1 for his first 5 here in the quarter.
Here's Jerome, covered by Smith. Jerome, no good. Wizards trail by 11. Pass to Bertens. Back to Wagner. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Wagner's got 6.
Wow, you can't let Wagner get established like that. If he does, scoring is easy.
On against Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Jerome. No points in the game hit for him. And again, Oklahoma City, no good.
And we haven't seen them be quite as aggressive driving the basketball, settling far too much for jumpers. Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Here's Jerome. And no good. The try spell continuing for him. Here's Smith. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. At one point, they led by 16. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Let's remember, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is 6'6", so getting on the interior is not a problem.
The Thunder shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. Gilgeous-Alexander hits them both. Wizards trail by 9. Pass to Avdia. For the 3. Second shot opportunity, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, you know Rui wants to score it. He will not retreat in the face of some tough defense. Nicely done.
The Wizards haven't yet missed a free throw. 5 for 5.
And look back a season ago. They did at the line about 79% of their free throws.
The Thunder leading by 7. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Here's Westbrook. 23 points for him the last game against Dallas. To the paint. And the dunk by Hachimura.
Wow, the ability to get off your feet in a hurry. Rui Hachimura with the dunk.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron.
Well, he's been shooting it so well because he's been so active, moving and working to get high percentage shots.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, guys, has been on display for Oklahoma City. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And now we'll send it.
Thanks.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander led the way in the first half. He had 16 points, 3 assists, and 4 rebounds. Coming off a great game last time out, he's turning it up. And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Wizards trail by 7. Horford is out there with Trevor Ariza. Then there's Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Then it's George Hill. And it's Dort in at the 3 slot. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And the foul on Rui Hachimura. That is his first foul of the game. On the wing, Hill. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander.
That's really good defense by Bradley Beal. Because of his size and mobility to stay on the ball and affect the shot, that's really good D.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here. Oklahoma City. 3-point lead.
What Brian has been showing more and more of is the ability to read the floor and make good decisions.
Right. This is a very smart guy who dominated in high school and college just because of his size. He overwhelmed opponents. Now we're seeing him pass out of double teams. Shot selection is better. Timing and pick and roll is now superb. This guy has really grown. Boy, that's 3 for 4 this half. You like that they're starting with a little bit of extra energy. Nice.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Doesn't go either for Gilgeous-Alexander. Wizards trail by 3. Here's Avdia. Here's Bryant. He kicks it to Avdia. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. Thunder have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. And it's Hill penetrating. And no good. Washington has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Now the pass to Avdia. There's Beal with the 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. At one point, they led by 16. And Thomas Bryant gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. Two minutes gone in this third quarter now. Bounce pass from Gilgeous-Alexander. 2 open that time.
Laki mo na. Ilang taon ka na? Ha? Pasyal ka naman dito na. Pasyal ka na dito.
Look too easy. Horford's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Well, this is just another way that Al Horford can beat you. He has turned himself into a quality 3-point shooter.
Oklahoma City leading by 6. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. And here we go. Washington fast break. Avdia can't hit.
I'll tell you, no matter what he does, he can't find his rhythm, and you get the sense he's starting to press a little bit.
Dort misses.
Well, they are daring him to miss, and he obliges.
And finished off by Avdia.
Well, you can see the eagerness to contribute from Rui Hachimura. Finds the open man, willing to facilitate.
Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. It counts, and the foul. That one is on Ariza.
And that's such good work to make this a 1-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
And how about this, Doris? For all of his offensive accomplishments, Beal has said he wants to make the all-defensive first team at some point.
Well, he has the instincts, the athleticism, and the tenacity to do exactly that, Greg. The problem is he has had to expend so much energy at the offensive end. But what you love is he's willing to take on difficult challenges. That should help him qualify.
Stolen by Avdia. And now Avdia pushing it up, and no one back to stop him. And finished off by Avdia.
You gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Boy, in a tight game like this, that can change the whole tone. It helps your opponent get into a little bit of a rhythm.
Hill against Westbrook. To the middle. And there's Gilgeous-Alexander. That's good on the assist by Hill. Hill's got 3 assists tonight. To the inside. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And that's a foul called on Bradley Beal. That is his first foul of the game. And the Thunder making a switch here. Baisley's checked in. And a switcher also for Washington. Bertanis, he's checked in for Bryant. Out to the right wing. Ariza outside. It's stolen by Hachimura. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Hachimura's got 6 points.
We knew this coming in about Rui Hachimura. This guy is very good running the floor and finishing in transition.
Kept alive. In the corner, Horford with it from downtown. That shot no good. And it's Washington the other way. They're off to San Antonio after this game, bringing their show to the AT&T Center. That'll be the 3rd game of this 3-game road trip. Avdia with the rebound. Avdia's got his 5th rebound in this one. And the Thunder pushing it up now. There's Horford. Finished off the break. He's got 9.
Well, you know the unselfishness and professionalism Trevor Ariza gives you. If there's an open man, he'll find him.
Here's Bertanis. Keeps it alive. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Wizards lead by 1. This game has a lot of character here in the 3rd period. 6 changes of the lead here.
Intensity is the theme for this one.
And finished off by Horford.
What a pleasure to watch Al Horford go to work. Does all the right things, and that time gets an easy dunk.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
3 trips to the line so far for him in this one. And he knocks down the first one. Both teams will make substitutions. No good on the second free throw.
Well, a little shaky from the line, and instead of putting them in front, he's only able to tie it up.
Beal, the pass to Hachimura. Back to Beal. There's the triple. Buries the long-range jumper. Beal's got the lead up to 3 now for the Wizards.
You know, I've got to say, defensively, the effort simply hasn't been there this half. They've got to pick up their energy.
30 seconds left in the 3rd. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's his first foul. Here's Jerome.
Defensively, you know, a little uneven in that first half, but they've been far more focused and consistent here in the second.
And finished off by Beal.
Boy, great bounce to his game. Bradley Beal, a big-time athlete.
Thunder trailing by 5. Here's Jerome. Westbrook pulls it in. With 4 seconds on the clock, and it's sent back by Horford. Shots continue. Continuing to fall as we conclude the 3rd quarter. Both teams putting up points. Washington out in front, up by 5. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Oklahoma City. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Fourth quarter on the court for the Wizards. We've got Rui Hachimura. Bradley Beal is out there with Russell Westbrook. Then there's Davis Bertans. And it's Bonga in at the 3 spot.
Well, that basket to me is all about energy. Al Horford bringing it every night.
Now here's Westbrook. He's guarded close. Bonga, no good. Under trailing by 3. Diallo inside. He's covered by Beal. A slam dunk by Diallo.
Yeah, that's careless defense, though. I mean, he's one player you can ill afford to let run free. He just loves to be a money player in the fourth quarter.
And Westbrook, here we go. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Now, to say it's not easy to guard Russell Westbrook is an understatement. This guy's quickness and leaping ability make him a nightmare.
That's good from Westbrook. Ryan is checked in for Bertans. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2.
Well, they should be looking at a 3-point lead. Hopefully for them, that miss won't cost them.
Beal with the steal. And now Beal pushing it up, and no one back to stop him. And the dunk by Westbrook.
How about the high-flying antics of Russell Westbrook? The alley-oop, my goodness, that's pretty.
Oklahoma City trailing. Diallo kicks to Horford. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Jerome passes to Baisley. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And that's a foul. Called on Bradley Beal. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Oh, what a terrible foul there. The shot clock winding down, and he ends up bailing out the offense with a silly foul.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander checked in for the Thunder. Goes up to the stripe. Good again. He's on tonight. 9 for 13 shooting.
Gilgeous-Alexander getting to the in-between game, taking what the defense gives him.
Here's Westbrook. Good on the shot. Westbrook's got 5 points now this quarter.
And they shot just over 30% in that first half. Not what they were looking for, obviously, but they're getting much better looks here since halftime and have brought that percentage up. That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Shoots it up. And Bryant kicks to Westbrook. He tries for 3. Horford with the rebound. Horford's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
And Westbrook throws it down hard.
My goodness, you better get out of the way. Westbrook driving inside, rises up for the slam.
And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for Oklahoma City. They trail by 6. Cross contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Efficiency has been the hallmark right now down the stretch. He is making the most of his opportunities.
Bob Diaz checked in for Washington. That's good from Gilgeous-Alexander. Wizards leading by 3. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Beal from long range. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Ariza's got his 5th rebound in this one. Hill against Beal. And the basket by Hill.
Well, the veteran George Hill continues to be masterful in these situations. He's such a great option to shoot it.
Beal, the pass to Bryant. Beal against Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Avdia. Good. It's Beal picking up the assist. Beal's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Well, that's a case where your teammates are showing trust in you, and he comes through with flying colors.
And that's a foul called on Bradley Beal. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And the Thunder with the possession here. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel.
Yeah, you don't see those over and back calls too often because they're just so easy to avoid.
Right. It doesn't happen often. It's kind of a silly mistake. We'll see if they can make up for it on the defensive end.
I mean, he is tearing the defense apart. And let's face it, they have not brought their A game on that side of the ball.
Thunder trailing by 6. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Again, Oklahoma City.
S3A. That's Shea Gilgeous-Alexander to you. Big-time clutch delivery.
Now pass to Bryant. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Well, Thomas Bryant has the kind of length to get well above the rim. Nicely done. Great target on an alley-oop.
Up top, Gilgeous-Alexander. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 13 points in the second half. Wizards leading by 4. Beal, the pass to Avdia. Up to Beal. The dish to Avdia. Down low. Wants to get it to Bryant and does. Takes a 3. Avdia can't hit. Thunder have gone 7 of 9 from the field down the stretch here in the 4th quarter. Terrific shooting. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Horford. Over Bryant. That's good from Horford on the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his 5th assist in this one. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
Boy, that's the last thing they needed. This game too close to be making those kinds of errors.
1:05 left in the 4th quarter. Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 11 points in the quarter. Washington has gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. Outside Westbrook. Bryant trying to free himself up.
And that one sent the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. They trail by 2. 51 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. And now, a moment to present the New Balance player of the game, Russell Westbrook.
And tell you what, he's worked very hard to get himself in good position throughout the course of this game. And that comes across in his shooting percentage. He's hit over half his shots from the field. And that's not because he got hot as much as it's because of the effort he put in to get himself open.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys. Well, Oklahoma City's coach had some advice for the team during the last break. He told them we've got to make the most of every chance right now. This is a winnable game, but we've got to make plays.
This guy is clutch. He's money. The game's in the balance. Russell Westbrook says it's my turn.
We've got 33 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 1. 29 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Seconds left in the 4th quarter. He sinks the clutch free throw. Can't sink it, and that was an important free throw. This could be a turning point.
Critical possession right here.
Westbrook passes to Bryant. Beal gets a wide open look. Own it!
He's got to embrace the moment, and Beal shining brightly.
Looking to tie it up with a big triple.
Greg, this is all about execution. Can you free an open man from the three-point line? That's what it comes down to.
And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
And so they foul intentionally. First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game.
You've got to show composure, and he comes through right when the team needs him most.
And so it's the Wizards with the W. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And, Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Russell. Congrats on the win. How are you guys able to stay in front down the stretch?
Just try to be aggressive. We did a good job of, all game of staying aggressive. Our defense was key towards the end, and we did a good job of closing the game out.
Great effort at both ends, Russell. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.
Got the only option where I stay. Yeah, I see them plotting, but I'm safe.